Coach, was this one of the more complete games you've played all season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, and I just told Abby when I did the TV interview, I think that maybe this was they're coming off of 3 games in 4 days and a back-to-back, and we looked fresh. We haven't looked fresh in a while, and so the 2 days off I think was a good thing, and I think that as I told them, we need to take these days off as seriously as we take practice days and make sure we're getting rest and staying off our feet, and hopefully that has a cumulative effect as we move on into into some of the more intense parts of the schedule with regard to number of games.
Brad, you've talked about with Isaiah that just the key is making the right play. Obviously, he's going to attract more attention as he, puts up numbers. But tonight was the example of that, just finding people.
Yeah, and I don't know how much more attention he can attract. I mean, because he's been doing it here for 2 years. So and he's been a huge focal point, and people have blitzed him and switched him and done pretty much everything you can do. But he's always going to attract everybody's best effort, that's for sure. And he's a heck of a tough shot maker. He made tough shots again tonight. I thought we had some timely shots that kind of stemmed the tide as they were coming back. I mean, he hit a 3 on a pull-up to make it 11 or 13 at one point, and when they were starting to build some momentum, and those are really helpful shots, obviously.
Let's talk more about his 15 assists.
What's that?
Let's talk more about his 15 assists. Making the right play.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got to be able to do that, right? And those guys, we knew that our bigs were going to have to shoot and make jump shots against this team, and we knew that we as a team were going to have to get it to the second and third side of the floor to get a good look, because if you don't move it against them, they're too long. They just swallow you up. Sorry, misinterpreted.
Brad, can you just talk about the Crowder-Hayward matchup?
2 good players, doing a lot of good things. I thought that Jay, did a really good job. I thought Jay looked really fresh. Again, I thought we just looked like we had a little pep in our step tonight, and that was a good thing. And different times of the schedules, different challenges that it throws you. But I think that I thought the greatest example of that was not only the way we shot the ball, both Jay and the rest of the team, but some of the defensive stops late. I thought Amir had 3 and 4 of the best perimeter defensive stops that I've seen him make, and that was encouraging because we were switching because they were small and we were big, and if you can play big and switch, that's a good thing.
Building on what you just said, how difficult is it to go up against a team that can surround a 5 like Favors or Gobert with 4 big wings, like as they did down the
Yeah, I
stretch?
mean, well, I think the biggest thing is you've got to be mobile, whether you're big or small. You got to be mobile, and it was probably unique for Al to guard the high pick and roll with the guy with the ball. But we actually saw a lot of that with Miami, the way that they invert their offense. So I thought our guys did a pretty good job handling that stuff, and they're a hard team to play against. They're a really good team.
Brad, it's a back-to-back game now as you guys have made 17 threes, tying franchise record there. Just talk about the strides you guys have made collectively as a team, particularly Jay. Last year shot about 33% from 3, now up to about 42%. Did you guys think he can make that big of a jump?
I mean, I think that's he puts in enough time. I thought he was a better than 33% shooter last year, so I didn't put a lot of stock in his shooting percentage, nor did I. If you would have asked me today, I wouldn't have known that. I think the biggest thing is that we're trying to find the best possible shot for our team, and against a team like this, shooting through Gobert is not always the answer, right? So you've got to figure out how to space them and attack them, and that 3-point line can hopefully spread it out a little bit.
Guys work hard to become good scorers in this league. How important is that next step that once you establish yourself as a scorer, you're able to burn defenses with plays, with
Different.
passes?
Yeah, I think it's just all about making the right read over and over, and then there are special guys that can figure out how to put the ball in the basket no matter what. But inevitably, all of those guys have, the right read has been thought out and lived so many times that they just make it as part of a habit.